We do have this severe thunderstorm right here. The orange polygon indicating a severe thunderstorm warning. Little red polygon inside that indicating a tornado warning. There is an active confirmed tornado in Buchanan County, Virginia. So if you are in McDowell County or Tazewell County, this severe storm is headed toward your way. And a live look at our Drive at 5 forecast, sponsored by Sheets Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Sunshine continues. We're on repeat this week. The full forecast after this. And we are still dealing with some of that rain, some of it moderate to heavy. We're still seeing some of that heavier stuff moving through 64. Looks like White Sulphur Springs should be over the next 20 to 30 minutes. Much of the Greenbrier Valley. We've been up and down with the temperatures, but a winter blast as we spring forward this weekend. But it is good snow for snow packing, for snowballs. Of course, be a little bit more careful shoveling that type of snow. We do have a little bit of tropical weather. We're actually watching the first disturbance in the Atlantic Basin of the season. Now, this is not an official named storm, but it does have a 70% chance of development over the next 5 days, as well as the gusty winds. That is something that I am concerned about. Power outages certainly possible with that. It's going to be very windy tomorrow, so that is something to keep in mind. Winter storm warnings are posted for the western areas as well as the high terrain where we expect the most snow. Out towards Charleston, still well into the 60s. Showers moving up from the south. We can see the heaviest banding is down over what looks like the Mercer County area, as well as moving into the Greenbrier Valley, but the western slopes are really going to miss out on a lot of this. Air conditioning going to be needed with these temperatures because some places will break that 90-degree mark for the first time this year.
So just really quick, how does it shift from like 60s to 20s to then back to 60s? What's going on?
A sharp March cold front. And we can get these this time of year, but you know, we've just been spoiled recently.
I know.
But it does look like we're going to see some decent rainfall with this. That plus the snow melt is probably not going to be a good mixture. We do have a level 1 flood threat across the area. Pretty much stopped falling over much of southern West Virginia. The story now is the cold, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It is downright cold out here. There's that southern stream system bringing snow to portions of Tennessee and Arkansas, areas that don't see a lot of snow. This one, Mono, wants to bring quite a bit of snow. Our cool down into the weekend has begun across southern West Virginia with temperatures well below where they were yesterday and below average as well. We only made it really into the upper 40s at best today. 46 for reading in Lewisburg at this 5 o'clock hour. 47 over through the Pineville area, and it's not going to be much warmer than this. In fact, much cooler heading into the weekend. Temperatures tonight already starting to tumble down into the 30s, and then as we head into the overnight, we also begin those showers. That rain to snow transition happening overnight, and then heading into tomorrow, the morning looks to be okay. Will be cloudy, but really our scattered snow showers don't arrive until the afternoon. Radar is really cloudy out there right now, but we're managing to stay dry for now. Our wave of moisture out to the north and west, that's going to quickly scurry off to the south and east, bringing us that rain to snow as we head into tomorrow. And it's also going to be windy. This wind helping to fuel these upslope snow showers. Gusty overnight, winds out of the west at 20 to 30 miles per hour. Heading into Saturday morning, but that front rolls on through in the morning. By the afternoon, we're talking a cold northwest wind with gusts upwards of 30 miles per hour, especially those higher ridges down through the middle of the area and over into Tazewell County. But everywhere going to be windy. It's going to be blustery. It continues into Sunday. It's not until Sunday night that we really start to calm on down from all of this. So a cold, wintry, windy, blustery weekend, and we're talking winter weather advisories already issued for the high terrain. So that's eastern Nicholas and western Pocahontas counties where we do expect the most snow, the highest wind gusts, as well as low visibilities. That takes effect tonight at 2 a.m. and goes until Sunday at 2 a.m. So here's what's going on. Initially, it's rain through Summersville, Oak Hill, Beckley, down through the coal fields, and snow through the higher terrain. That's why we're expecting the highest snowfall amounts there. And then we clear on out from that in the morning. We may actually see some sun in portions of the area. Don't get used to it. It's still going to be cold, and those scattered snow showers arriving Saturday afternoon. And we will continue to see those really continue along those western slopes heading into Saturday evening. It doesn't mean it'll stick very well because remember, The ground has been warm recently, and then by Sunday morning, it's just the high terrain we're seeing that. We're already seeing some sun in the valleys, and then going into Sunday towards Monday, that's when we really start to clear on out from all of this. Snowfall amounts are looking very light for most of the area. We're talking a dusting to 2 inches at best for much of the area. Beckley to Oak Hill, maybe 1 to 2 inches. Where we're expecting some higher accumulation is really up through basically from the Raynell area all the way up through Richwood and then up towards Snowshoe. If you're not there, don't expect much of this. It's probably not going to be very shovelable as well, but it's going to be enough to dust off the cars. Temperatures are just too warm for much of the area to see that major accumulation. 35 in Lewisburg, 36 in Oak Hill Saturday morning. That's above the freezing mark, so it's going to have trouble sticking. Saturday night, we get below the freezing mark, well below the freezing mark, down into the teens and the 20s. And then Sunday, we're back above the freezing mark. So again, a lot of this having trouble sticking. Still, the wind chills are going to be cold heading throughout the day tomorrow, feeling much more like the 20s than the 30s across the mountains. Temperatures are slow to warm up until next week when we finally get to the 70s, but by the middle of the next week. But we'll continue to keep an eye on that. What they are watching, the National Hurricane Center, is this area in the tropics. Over the Yucatan Peninsula, they've identified an area of moisture, one of the first so far this season. A 50% chance of development in the next 5 days, excuse me, and it does look like if it does do anything or affect anywhere in the U.S., it will be the Florida Keys and South Florida,